Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Cordy. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Cordy's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give him while we are working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Cordy's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Cordy is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise they're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Cordy are going to take off doing that now, and the command you want to use is Cordy heel. And as you saw right there, we've incorporated an automatic sit into this exercise as well. So anytime Fred stops his feet, Cordy will sit. There's another one right there. And it's important during the heeling process that Cordy walks nicely at your pace on your left hand side. He shouldn't pull ahead or lag behind. Now we're going to demonstrate our stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm about an inch or so from Cordy's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. Stay. He'll then walk out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to help build some self-control and maturity in Cordy. You want to start this one at about a minute and work your way up to about 3 minutes. And when Fred returns back to Cordy, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back into that left-hand side heel position. And Cordy remains seated throughout, and they take off heeling again. We'll demonstrate some more of the heel to sit and the stay for you. There's an automatic sit there. He gives him the stay again. And this time, instead of returning back to Cordy, Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come command. You call him in using his name. He comes in, sits right in front. Then we have an exercise called the finish. And Cordy will heel around the back of Fred and right back to that left-hand side heel position. We'll demonstrate it one more time. And give him the stay. Call him into you using his name. He comes in, sits in front, and then he'll perform the finish again by heeling around the back of Fred and right back to that left-hand side. We're going to take off heeling again. It's a great time to remind you want to practice all your commands about 15 to 20 minutes a day, just to keep them fresh in Cordy's mind. As you can see, he enjoys doing his commands as his tail's wagging completely. You can practice inside your home, outside your home, and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine. We're going to show you our down commands. The first is down from a heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and then walks out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build self-control and maturity in Cordy. You want to start this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5. And when Fred returns back to Cordy, he'll walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay and right back to that left-hand side heel position. And Cordy remains in the down throughout, and they're going to take off heeling again. We'll demonstrate the down for you one more time. It's also, as you see, Cordy's doing an excellent job, but you always want to follow through with your commands. If you give Cordy a command and he doesn't listen, first word out of your mouth should be no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you repeat the command. Fred gives him the down again, and the stay, and out to the end of the training leash. And this time he'll demonstrate that recall or the come command again. You call him in, he comes in, sits in front, and then he'll heel around the back and right back to that left-hand side. Very nicely done. We'll give them a minute to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. This will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave them in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of the training leash. This will be the only time you want to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop Cordy into a down from the end of the training leash. Beautifully done. He'll then return back to him one more time by walking all the way around and back to that left-hand side heel position. Okay, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands that Cordy has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Cordy, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.